Hi, it's Faceless Tech. Lately I've been going back and looking at a few of my other projects to kind of refine them, shrink them down a bit, make them more usable in everyday life, like I did with the Pocket Pi in the last video. What basically I did was took the head off the Pocket Pi, which used to have a screen, and then it had the Raspberry Pi, and on the back of that, to make it portable, I had this like battery pack, which added about 15 mil I think to the back of it, and it's only a 800 milliamp hour battery. I decided to wedge all the battery and everything else between the Pi and the screen on its own board, so it just slimmed it down a lot. And also, to get a full-size USB port, I did away with this backing plate, which used to go on as well. So you can imagine if you could have both attached, and it'd be super thick. I just soldered the full-size USB port back into the back of the Pi to make it even more slimmer. I've done quite a bit of software-wise as well. I've made, because I was going to have, for each add-on, because it's got the add-on header here, for each add-on I was going to have a separate SD card, but I thought, that's a bit of a hassle. I'm going to have a lot of SD cards. So I kind of made this app switcher, which just as it loads up, it just loads straight to this. You can exit from this if you're doing a bit of development and you want to get back to the desktop. There's a shutdown button here, and I've also, if you tap the app switcher text at the top, has like a kind of hidden menu, which is just the utilities. Kind of it when you're developing and stuff. It just has your IP address, your TPU sim. For some reason, I cannot get the CPU percentage to show up when it loads like this. If I load the app separately from the command line, it works perfectly, but for some reason it doesn't. Then you've got your RAM, total RAM, your RAM usage and stuff, and I've even got an update button because sometimes I've got a few of these in different places, so I want to grab one and you don't want to have to SSH into it. You can just literally tap it. It literally just does a git pull, and if it doesn't see any changes, it just red, which means it doesn't need a reboot. If it goes green, you have to reboot it, come back around, and it'll be updated, and you can exit out of this. I'll also show you the breathalyzer app, which I slimmed it down. I used to have this attached to the board, but I slimmed it down to a nice thin pipe, which makes it a lot better, and you can just load it. Just take a little bit to load, but it does load up. It's pretty much the same app as before. But there you go, and then you can just use the buttons to use it. And also, if you exit out of this, you go back to the app switcher, and you can pick a different one. I also made this, which is an IR temp. I'll probably do a separate video on it, just a little add-on for it. And there's a USB camera as well. I had some drain problems, and I got one of them little Android OTG cameras, but you can also attach it to this, and it just displays it on the screen, which is quite nice. But yeah, it is a hell of a lot more portable. You can almost put it in your pocket, well, you can put it in your pocket. It's got a 1200 milliamp hour battery, which is a massive update over the 800 milliamp hour battery. It just goes and goes. Kind of thinking of any more add-on stuff I can do with it, any more add-on headers to make and other apps to write for it, and as usual will be a blog post with code and other bits and bobs, board files and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.